touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong. Oh, you touch my tra-la-la.
And welcome to Twisted Universe. I'm Goodman, and I like kicking kittens.
And I'm Buck, and I need to shave.
So, what we're going to talk about this week, it's kind of this is going to be the start of our segments. We'll be having a lot of these. Is a video response to It's a Wrap. They're talking about Star Wars Episode 7.
Yeah, the name of their channel is Clever Movies, which they should not be called that. They should be called Dumb Hipsters Think They Know What They're Talking About Movies. Yeah. That's what they should be talking about. That's what their name should be.
Now, basically what they say in this video, they're talking about Star Wars Episode 7 and how Disney has bought the rights to Star Wars. Basically, they're talking about the old actors that are returning for Episode 7, namely Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, and Carrie Fisher. Right. And they're saying how they should not be brought back. Now, Buck, as a diehard Star Wars fan as you are, what is your response to that?
Well, let me just tell the audience here that I am beyond just a fanboy. I actually am the game master of a D20 Star Wars role-playing game. We play in the expanded or the extended universe, the revised core edition, not legacy because it's gay and stupid. But I've thought long and hard. I've read a lot of Star Wars stuff, looked a lot into Star Wars. I am the Star Wars equivalent of a Trekkie, is essentially what I am. And watching of this video a couple of days ago, middle of the night, it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, my brother pulls this video up and says, "You have to watch this." Well, I wake Goodman up. That's how loud I was screaming at the screen. A vigorous rage came upon me. And if there was a cute puppy in the room, I would have stomped it to death. That's how angry this bullshit video made me.
Now, what is your thoughts about them bringing the old actors back? Because they're not doing a remake, obviously.
Yeah, thank God for that.
It's Episode 7, so...
Right. Well, I've looked into it, and I've looked around, and currently, as of right now, November 27, 2012, Carrie Fisher is the only one confirmed 100% she is going to be in Episode 7. Or at least in one of the 3 movies, okay? She is confirmed 100%. She's come out and said, "Hey, I've signed a deal with Disney and Skywalker Ranch. I'm going to be in this film." Period. So she's really, technically speaking, the only one confirmed. Now, Harrison Ford has come out and said that now, no matter what these douche nozzles say, these dumbass hipsters, no matter what they say, Harrison Ford has said that he enjoyed playing Han Solo. That Han Solo was a great role, a great character, well-written character. And, okay. Of course, you got Mark Hamill as Luke Skywalker. I mean, there's one comment they make in here is they couldn't see Mark Hamill as a bad guy.
Listen.
Yeah, I'm waiting for you to pick up here.
Mark Hamill is the greatest bad guy ever. He is the Joker. He is the bad guy. What the fuck?
Exactly. Mark Hamill can play. He's a great actor. He really is. And he got into voice acting since he done a few little like Broadway things and stuff like that after Star Wars. He did a movie here and there, but nothing big. His big thing is he really got into voice acting, and he voice acts a lot. And his big role in voice acting has been the Joker from the Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah. He's my favorite. He's the only definitive Joker there is.
Yeah. And alright, these three individuals, Carrie Fisher, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, they are Star Wars. Period. Some people are like, well, why don't you have Chewbacca? Because you can get anybody to play Chewbacca. It's a dude in a suit and a voice. That's all it is. You can get anybody to play R2-D2. It's a metal can that squeaks and beeps, and that's it. The only other one that actually... the only other one would be C-3PO, but, you can kind of get anybody to really play C-3PO. It's just a guy in a suit and also another voice. And that's it. And the only three main people you got to have in the movie are these three. And saying that they're too old to do these movies, did they see Indiana Jones? The new Indiana... It was god-awful and shit. But Harrison Ford done it, and he was a badass in it.
Yeah. So, and not to mention, they are about the ages the characters would be if they were continuing the story as George Lucas originally intended to do.
Right. I mean, you're not going to do, 2 weeks after Empire Return of the Jedi. That would be stupid. Maybe if you done, 10, 15, maybe 20 years after, and, a lot of these people, these fucking hipsters here piss me off because they know absolutely nothing about Star Wars, but yet they have the gall to post this on the internet. And the big statement that they make in here is they should bring Darth Vader back.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
We'll just let that seep in just for a second. Yeah. Alright. Darth Vader's... Okay, this is to... It's a wrap. This is to you guys. Darth Vader is dead. Anakin Skywalker is dead. End of discussion. Darth Vader is dead. If you haven't seen the movie, what happens is he sacrifices himself to save his son, which is Mark Hamill, or Luke Skywalker. He saves him by throwing the Emperor over into the big pit of doom in Return of the Jedi. And essentially, Vader's dead. End of discussion. And Hayden Christensen, that played Anakin Skywalker in episode 2 and 3, that motherfucker needs to die. Period. Anybody that likes the first... I'm a huge diehard Star Wars fan, but episodes 1, 2, and 3 were such a letdown compared to episodes 4, 5, and 6 that it's hard to even call these three movies Star Wars.
Yeah.
Hayden Christensen single-handedly took the most badass, hardcore, I'm going to kill everyone in the room villain and pussified him. Hayden Christensen, single-handedly, with his shitty acting and I'm a whiny bitch attitude, destroyed Darth Vader. Single-handedly destroyed Darth Vader.
Yeah. And not to mention, they say something in the video about the difference between the prequel movies and the original trilogy is like 5 years or 2 or 3 years or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. Lucas Bourne. End of episode 3. He picks up. He states that he's 18 years old. You have to be 8. Okay. Actually, he does not state that he's 18 years old, but he talks about, some things that you got to be a certain age to do on Tatooine and join the academy or join the whatever. You got to be 18 years of age. 18. He turned 18. He is 18. So it's been 18 years since episode 3. Easy. They stated in the damn movie he's 18 years old. And Return of the Jedi happened, he's like 24. So from the course of like episode 4 to 6, it's only like 6 years or 7 years, somewhere in there. That's all it is.
And also the girl in the video, she states that she watched all 6 movies, and the one guy makes a comment that she is a diehard fan.
Yeah. I'm a diehard fan. They should bring Darth Vader back. That's what should happen. Eat a bullet. You're stupid.
Buck, as a diehard Star Wars fan, how do you feel about the prequel movies?
Jar Jar Binks. Jar Jar Binks. Single-handedly destroyed a good movie. Episode 1 was... I actually like the plot of Episode 1. Episode 1 is great. I love the plot of Episode 1. I wish Darth Maul wouldn't have died in the first 2 seconds that he's in the damn movie. But, you know, whatever. I mean, they portray... I know he doesn't die, but...
He goes out like a bitch.
Yeah, he goes out like a boss. You know
And Darth Maul is a badass. And they didn't even touch on that in Phantom Menace.
No. He should have died at the beginning of Episode 2. That's, in my opinion, what should have happened. But Episode 1 got awful because of this right here. Annie! That single-handedly destroyed Episode 1 for me. The stupid 40 minutes, or 35, 40 minutes of bullshit on Tatooine of them picking up Anakin Skywalker is stupid.
Yeah.
It's Jar Jar Binks. Any scene that has Jar Jar Binks in it, in my opinion, is crap. I hate Jar Jar Binks. He was... George Lucas actually stated that the only reason why Jar Jar Binks is put in the movies is to be comic relief for children. That's it. That's the only reason that god-awful character was even put in the movies.
And see, I'm not a diehard Star Wars fan, as Buck is, and I actually like Jar Jar Binks.
I understand. I understand. A lot of people like Jar Jar Binks. But actually, well, a lot of people don't, well, it's way back when, but when Episode 1 came out, this, like, black rights activist come out about Jar Jar, saying that Jar Jar Binks was a representation of the black community.
Wow.
It made no sense.
Oh, black people.
Black people. But the fact of the matter is that, see, there's a lot of things that, okay, Star Wars, the Star Wars community, we love to hate George Lucas. We love that he created the Star Wars universe, and it all came from his head. And it's a great universe, and we love it, and we love it, and we love it, and we love it. But George Lucas keeps coming back and trying to fuck us over. And hopefully, with Disney, they can at least give us a good movie, because they do have a good track record, because they do own the Marvel movies. They've been the ones producing all the Marvel movies. So hopefully, we get us a good one.
Now, continuing on to the prequel movies, Attack of the Clones pissed me off. Because it talks about the Clone Wars all the way through it, and at the end of it, they get to this big battle, and Yoda says, "Begun the Clone Wars have," and then it goes off.
Yep.
You don't even see it.
Yep, that's the way it is. It's the way it is. Listen, but through that shitty movie, we get a badass animated series.
Yes.
Star Wars The Clone Wars, the animated series, is phenomenal. It is great. It is kiddie. It is brutal, all in the same episode. And it's got this, like, it's great. It's got this great mix of, like, hey, here's some kiddie stuff. And then the next scene is a guy getting choked in his throat, getting crushed by General Grievous, and on camera. And that's okay, kids. Watch it. Next scene, happy-go-lucky. Next scene, clone trooper getting shot 50 times in the face. I mean, that's just the way the show goes.
The best episodes you need to see, audience out there, you need to look up the Darth Maul and Savage Press episodes. Those are my favorites on the show.
Those are awesome episodes, but most recently, there's the last 3 episodes, I believe it is. Actually, if you're a Doctor Who fan, David Tennant, the 10th Doctor, I believe, plays a Jedi artificing droid in it, and he's brilliant in it. He's great, and I love it. I love that he's in it, and he actually actively seeks to actually become a part of Star Wars: The Clone Wars, the animated series. David Tennant is actually actively trying to become part of Episode 7, Star Wars Episode 7. That's unconfirmed. He's not. Nothing's been confirmed. But in an interview, interview with the BBC, I believe it was the BBC. Don't quote me on that. It may not be the BBC. But in a recent interview, he said that he loved doing the animated series, and he would actively seek trying to become a Star Wars, trying to become a something in the next Star Wars movie. He would love to do it. And in my book, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. And, well, I hate to throw dirt in your wound or anything, but the mention of another guy seeking to be in the Star Wars movies.
Yes.
Edward Cullen.
That sorry sack of shit needs to stay in his Sparkle universe. That's where he needs to stay. I hate the Twilight movies. The books are barely tolerable. Okay? Barely. The books are a little more brutal, a little more gritty than the movies are, but the movies are god-awful. They are horrible acting, horrible. The style of the movies are bad. It's like if you took like a romantic comedy or like a classy romantic movie and you threw vampires and shape changers. They're not werewolves, people. They are not werewolves. They stated in the movie and in the books they are shape changers. They're Indian shape changers. They could have been giant fucking turtles. So, there you go. But he actually did actively say that he is seeking to actually be in the next Star Wars in Episode 7, which is god-awful, and I hope he dies in a fire.
Yeah. So,
yeah,
that's our thoughts on It's a Wrap and their ideas about Star Wars.
Yeah. Oh, last thing. I was doing a little bit of research, which obviously these guys didn't do in this It's a Wrap. The guy that actually played Darth Vader, his name was David Prowse. P-R-O-W-S, Prowse. He was the original guy to play Darth Vader. Okay? The original badass in the suit. He didn't talk. He was guy in the suit. Do you know that there was supposed to be about a 15-minute scene with Darth Vader at the end of Revenge of the Sith?
Really?
Yes. But Hayden Christensen and all of his bitchiness bitched and whined and complained until they put him in the suit, the Darth Vader suit. So that's why at the end of the movie, when he does like this and the whole suit goes up, is because they didn't want to spend another, I don't know, $4,000, $10,000 to make another damn Darth Vader suit just to fit his ass.
When he crosses his arms.
When he just cries, that's all he does. Because they cut everything out, but because he was too little. He was too little, and the suit didn't fit right on him at all. So when he done this, and the whole suit just goes, and that's it. And that was the only scene with it. And I don't know if you know this, but Sebastian Shaw, for all, any Star Wars junkie knows who Sebastian Shaw is. Sebastian Shaw was the original ghost of Darth Vader in Return of the Jedi. The guy that originally stood there next to Ben Kenobi and Vader and Yoda. That his name was Sebastian Shaw. The guy's name was Sebastian. He died, I believe, last year, beginning of this year, somewhere right around there. But Hayden Christensen once again bitched and complained until they put him in that movie. They put him in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
They removed Sebastian Shaw, which, in my opinion, is a huge slap in the face to Sebastian Shaw, because that was the only part that he had. That was it. He just stood there and was like, yeah, and like thumbs up, and that's it. And that's a slap in the face of an actor, in my opinion. And they put this horrible, god-awful, pussified Vader in. But, I could talk about this for hours and hours and hours and hours. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. So that's our response to It's a Wrap and their bad knowledge of Star Wars. Comment below. Let us know what you think of the video. Subscribe to our new channel.
Subscribe, like us. We have a Facebook page. Like us on Facebook.
Yeah. We still have a Cafe Press, and join us next time when we're probably going to be reviewing The Dark Knight Rises.
You mean Mystery Science Theatering?
Yes.
That was a special thing we were talking about last episode. Was we're going to be, if you're a Mystery Science Theater fan, we're going to be doing Mystery Science Theater
For The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises. So
yeah, or at least some parts of it, since it's not out on DVD yet. But we'll find some clips and.
Yeah.
So it might not be the full movie, but
it'll be close enough.
Yeah, we're going to give you our thoughts on it. Let me just say, before you tune in, it was a big piece of shit.
Yeah.
But we'll save that for next time.
If you want to hear his original review of The Dark Knight, you can go to Blog Talk Radio, type in Twisted Universe, and I believe it's like episode, I can't remember what it's like episode 35 or 36, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. You can search it in the search bar, it'll come up.
Yeah, it'll come up there. So anyway.
So yeah, thanks for watching. I'm Goodman.
Have a week. YOLO.
Oh, you touch my tra-la-la. My ding-ding-dong.